Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I am Vlad TI, and this is Vlad TI Streams. Welcome back, and I got a lot of requests as I've been doing crypto trading for a while now, and people have asked me how to manage leverage or how to do leverage. Well, that being said, today I'm going to try my best to show you how I handle it. So, without further ado, let's get into things a little bit more. Alright, on this screen, as you can see, we have our typical uh, order book to the left here, and our where we make our orders over here on the right. Now this could be different or whatever whatever your exchange is. I'm currently trading on MEXC, so this will be a more inclined towards MEXC, but is similar on most exchanges. Up here at the top on my uh I don't even know what it's called. I where I make my orders. uh, well, what I've got here is where it shows the exact amount of leverage that I'm going to put on. So, for instance, right now I'm at 50x. I once I click here, then I get the options to change that up to 125x or down to 1. Now, there is a couple of caveats here that you need to know because right here we have cross and we have isolated. In the cross, you are literally risking your entire account. Uh, so if you're not careful, then and you get liquidated when that liquidation amount hits, it's talking about your entire count, not just the current position you're in, but your entire account. I cannot stress that enough. So, uh, that being said, typically most traders will go with isolated over cross just because of that, because they only really want to risk their initial investment. Okay, so we're gonna hit confirm for the moment because there's a couple other things we want to look at. On on here we have a calculator. Now on that calculator, let's see. I'm going to have to transition. I think. I don't know if that'll bring it up. Let's see. Whoa, that didn't work out. Uh, why did it do that? There we go. That should be better. Now, let's see if that. There we go. This is our calculator. Now on here, you can look ahead of time and find out via what leverage you're at as to where you're gonna get it liquidated. So if I'm in a long and I'm 50x and my opening price is I don't know 21,709 on BTC, and say I filled $100, okay, that $100 is going to liquidate because I'm long. The liquidation price would be at 21,361.44. So that's going to give you some sort of reference ahead of time as to where your liquidation prices is. And that's something that you always want to know. Now, it's sometimes a little harder to do so when you're in the process of making a bid because it's happening really fast, especially if you're a scalper like myself. So one of the ways that I found to get around this is I can select whatever price I've got right here. I can put my leverage is set already at isolated 50x. Now I'm using this slider right here to select how much of my account that I want. I could go up here and select $100. 100 bucks right there. But the problem with that is I'm 50x. So 100 bucks times 50 is uh uh or divided by 50 rather is literally I'm using $2 of my account roughly. So what I want to do here is I want to use $50. So I'm going to use 50% and my account is 106 of course. So 50% is going to be $53. Now, to find my liquidation price if I want it, I can come down here to the stop loss and I can hit 100%. There's this now is my liquidation. Uh, right. Sorry, I'm not used to using this thing here, so. I didn't put it on that window. Okay, well. Uh, Let me go back now that I've gotten out of the calculators and transition back. So we'll go back to scene 2. There we go. Now I should be able to draw here. So yeah, right here it should show my stop loss, and where I typed that was at 100%. So that is going to liquidate me out. If I'm in at 221,725 with $53 at 21290.5, I'm gonna be liquidated. That's 100% of my account. Okay, that is how I initially like to look at things. Now, that being said, we're using 50%, so uh, it's good to know ahead of time how much you want to make in advance on an order and how much you don't, because, or rather, how much you're willing to lose. So I'm going to set this right, this up here, the the leverage at 30x, because in my Discord we have a little challenge going on, and I will try to post that at some other time here because it's basically to take $20 and turn it into 52,000. So I've yet to complete it, but I've got a lot of people interested and also working at it, and hopefully we'll have somebody that makes it to the end eventually. Okay, so at 30%, that means a 1% move is going to be on $20. A 1% move is going to be about $6. So let me try to set this to where you can see that. I'm going to oh yeah, let's see. And where, just so you know, where I'm looking right now in order to set the price is right down here. Uh, right down here at the bottom. Uh, right here on this order book, it shows my margin. My margin is the amount of money I am currently investing into a trade, okay? And it says 20.2563, okay? So that 20.2563 is multiplied times 30, and that's going to give me my full uh, uh, leveraged amount. So now there's a couple ways we can do this. We can look at our ROE, and that's how much percentage I'm wanting to take in profit. So I'm looking to gain 30% on my account. Okay, 30% is 5.8725. So that's actually going to be roughly uh, what you will gain minus fees. Okay. Uh, Luckily on Mexi, it takes all that into account for you. Now, there's another way you can do this, and you can set it at P&L. That's your profit and loss. And when you're doing a challenge like I'm doing, I want to be able to just set my profit right off the bat. Boom, $6. That's what I'm looking to gain when I make the trade, regardless of what the trade is. And it will enter, there's my take profit for this price at this margin. Now, my stop loss, I've also got set. I'm looking to only risk 23%. Okay, so, and that 23% is around $4.5. So, there's my stop loss. Now, this is the key point to this. that that amount of price, if I look at it, I can go over here. I'm going to set a horizontal line on my chart, and let me go ahead and transition back to the chart, and I'm going to set a horizontal line on the chart at 21,725, somewhere there. Okay. And I just want you guys to be able to see what I see. So 21725, enter. Alright. Now, my horizontal line is exactly at 21,725. On the 5-minute time frame, that should be about $6, should be about 1% of growth. So I'm going to come over here to my long position. I'm going to click on my line, and now I can, why is it so big? Okay, okay. Zoom in here a little bit, stretch it out. Alright, so 1%. Now, let's just go on up. This is Bitcoin, so 1% is a lot, So we're just, and the number I'm watching is right here, this 0.51, as I'm raising it. So coming on up, boom. There's my 1%, and there's the price, 21941. Now 1% here is, you know, 21947. If I go to the 21947.5, is roughly right there. That's 1.03. Now, like I said, what MEXC does in their take profit and calculations is they go ahead and subtract your fees for you. So that 0.03, and I think their maker taker fees are 0.02, so that's roughly about right. There's the thing you have to consider is you also have a funding rate up here. So depending on the direction that you're going, that funding rate also applies. And most futures trading has some sort of funding rate that will apply per trade as you go. So that's a very common thing. And it can either work in your favor or work against you. Every, I believe it's every 8 hours a new funding rate comes into play, and depending on whether it's negative or positive, the people that are longed pay the people that are short. The people that are short are pay the people that are long. But that's another story. Uh, so now we're going to look at our stop loss, and we're looking at 4.5, and that's going to be roughly 0.75% right there. So 21561, 21558. So that's wait, 21561, 21558, 8. All right, 76, and same thing goes. So we're every order has a fee regardless. I don't care what exchange you're on. You have to pay if you make an order. You have to pay a fee. Uh, and this is how you are going to make your profit. Now, on something like here on Bitcoin, leverage is huge. You know, but it's honestly pennies because Bitcoin's price is actually so high. Each price movement doesn't equate to a lot of actual percentage. So, I mean, over time here, we're looking at having all of this time to move just this much. Now, percentage wise. So, these trades, even if you're looking at the 5%, if you're wanting to gain or lose 1%, you're looking at a rather big move. Okay? Uh, Now, if I were to come over here and I select something like Solana, right, for instance, okay? Solana has a different type of range, and if I came here and selected it, then here I'm looking at, I'm just going to go to the top of this, to the bottom here, and just in this short move is 1%, 8.85%. So it's a completely different scenario compared to Bitcoin, and you can win or lose a whole lot quicker on something like this than you could on Bitcoin. Uh, um, so these things are just more to take into account when you're doing leverage. Stop loss and managing risk is the key. Never, 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 ever take an order without a stop loss in place. Every single time you place an order, you just come up here, you hit the latest. Personally, I trigger post only. That way, it's guaranteed to be a limit order. It's limit or cancel. So I hit post only, latest, and then I come down here to P&L because I know what I want to lose. I would enter the amount I'm willing to lose right here, and I would hit my buy. I get a confirmation order. Boom. The order is in. Okay. Oh, no, sorry. order has been canceled. So this is one of those orders. It couldn't be a limit order, so it canceled it immediately. Now I've gotta go through and uh, do the same thing again. And because it takes so long, sometimes on a demo account, you don't have that issue whatsoever on a regular account. Just so you guys know. But on a demo account, for some reason, it takes it a little while to reload your buy and sells. So I come back here to my long, and I hit my P&L. I hit my 4.5, and uh, we'll go with that. And now we're gonna post and OK, and it canceled again. And as you can see, I got my little red flag there thing. Let me try it one more time. And there is another way you can select. I usually hit the latest right here, but if I'm looking to long and I really want to get in, then I need to have a price set. There's my $20. There's my 4.5. And if I come over here and I select like 143 and then post, this should go. Nope, too close. The price fell. Bitcoin. It doesn't like me at the moment. Okay, so I'm gonna try it again. I want you guys to be able to see what uh, it looks like after I take the order right quick. So long and latest 4.5. Alright. Now, and I can select this price over here as well as I can just by just hitting latest. Uh, so I'm going to select 2 under, buy long, confirm, and get canceled. Price moved. It can be a difficult thing sometimes, I guess. I don't typically have this issue. Yeah, that's what she said. He said to her. Whatever. Alright, come on. Alright, we're gonna get it up this time. So, P&L 4.5, and I'm not setting stop loss here, or I mean, I'm not setting a take profit here, and there's a reason for that. The take profit becomes a market order. Okay, when both the stop loss and the take profit become market orders. So bear that in mind whenever you make these orders. Those are market orders, and the fees are higher. So when your stop loss is hit, it's a market order. It's not a limit order. And let's see here. I'm just going. Price is coming. Seems like it's headed down a little bit. So I'm gonna go with that, and I'm going to hit my sell short, and boom. Now I've got an order placed. It is on my screen, and we are looking at a 4.5 stop loss. So now I'm going to scroll my screen down, and you can see I've got an open order. It's incomplete, waiting to be taken, and I think we're gonna get hit. We should have been hit. Yep, there we go. Boom. Now I'm actually in the order. Okay. Now I scroll down. I no longer have an open order. I have an open position. And on that open position, I've also got a stop loss set. So, which didn't post right away. It should have. I think it's just taking it a moment to set up or something here. Let's see. P&L 4.5. It should not let me do this. Okay. There's my take profit stop loss order is in at $4.5. Okay. 21.21893 is my stop loss. Now, the thing that I like to do is come back down here to the take profit order and click that little icon. Now I like to come up here to the take profit and find out where my price is once I'm in. If I were to put $6, it tells me 21,504 right here that that's the price that my take profit should be. So now I can go over here back to my order book. Okay. And I'm going to just transition over so you can see that. Whoa. What did we do? There we go. Alright. I'm going to transition over so you can see it. And now, what I like to do is up here at the top, I hit close. Okay. Now I'm looking to close that short by making a buy order. You need to have selected the same amount of money that you have in the order. And by that I mean when you're uh, when you look at your open position, my position is 585.6435. So 500 short position. This is 586 if I was to close it right now. So if I were to expand or bring back this little slider right here, that would in essence increase this and make it a order going in the opposite direction. Okay. And I don't want that. I want it to close the short or the long that I'm in, so I'm not gonna mess with that slider. Okay, so now that I am in profit, I could hit the latest, or I could go with whatever I was looking at my take profit range to be, and I think I said 21,505, 21,505, and now click to close your short by buying and confirm it, and you should get a line on the screen. So I'll show you where I get that. And yeah, there we have it. There is my closing line, which I can revoke at any time. The one thing I don't like about MEXC is I can't just come over here and move this line to anywhere I want, unfortunately. But hopefully they'll change that in the future. Yeah, I'm trying to grab it, but it won't let me grab it, unfortunately. Because I think that would just be a whole lot more user friendly to be able to just be a slider, move your take profit or your stop loss, because your stop loss is not on the screen on MEXC, but I believe on Bybit and a few others that you get your order price, your take profit, and your stop loss all on the screen, and you can slide them around wherever you want them as the trade's going. That makes active trading a whole lot easier once you're in a trade. especially if say price is coming down to my range and the RSI hasn't quite hit the bottom yet, then you can pretty well guess that you want to expand a little bit more of that take profit just to get it all, or uh, say your stop loss, you want your in profit and you want to move your stop loss back up here to break even, rather than going through and manually resetting it. Being able to drag it on a chart to break even is a whole lot simpler and much more user friendly. uh, there's a lot of exchanges that do that. However, Mexi is not one of them currently, though I believe they are uh, about to implement that kind of thingy within charts. So that being said, this has been Vlad Ti Streams, and I hope you got a little bit more information on how to take orders, what the leverage is and what it means. It is literally whatever amount of money you put in there multiplied times 30 times 50, creating a much higher position. So when price moves a smaller amount in percentage, you gain more money per percent. That is literally the essence of leverage. Know your stop loss, know where you want your take profits to be, and manage your risk. Uh, a lot of people like to use this as risk to reward, right? And if I wanted to put this at 0.75, for instance, and right up here at 1%, then I'm looking at a 1.32 risk reward ratio. Okay. Uh, Honestly, most people try to prefer to be at like a 1.5 risk reward. It's all in personal perspective. Uh, I tend to put it close to here on most of my trades that I am looking to say, okay, I'm just gonna give a for instance here because I let's see, if I drew my trend line, I right here and came up, then come on, yeah, damn magnets, turn the magnet off. Okay, so if I drew my trend line right here across the bottom because we're in this uptrend, and if I trade this breakout right over here, then a typical trade that I would take would be trading this breakout on the confirmation right there because it closed outside of the trend line. I set my stop loss up to the recent swing high, and then my take profit, I would shoot for 1.5 risk reward ratio. So then I slide my slider to where it says 1.5, and that would be where if I took a trade like that right now based off that particular cherry pick trend line, that would be where I would be aiming to take profit. Okay. In that particular instance, I just want to look at see if I would have taken that trade. I don't think so. I think you've got way too steep a move up to think that it's gonna continue down. So that's just a little reset on the overall trend. Now, this trend, if I came over here and I drew this trend out right here, I think uh, it's a lot less steep of an incline. And if this trend were to break, I also considering where it is against the uh, 50 R, yeah, the 50 RSI here, I believe that I would have to enter a short trade if it broke this one, like right here. Then that's where my short would be. And yeah, you can just drag these around. So once you got it set up to 1.5 risk reward, drag it around, boom, set there, slide there, and there. That that would be my trade if it broke that trend line, because you've got confirmation on it. You've got RSI that's headed down. You've got an RSI that has come from the top up here from an overbought range. It's worked its way down. Now you would also have more confirmation from across of the 50 line. So you've got multiple confluences right here to say that, yeah, price is headed down. I need to get into a short. But in this particular instance, we can see that the 50 line has just in the overall here, we can see that the 50 line has just crossed over the 200 line here, and uh, this is what they call uh, I don't know, golden cross, I guess is what they call it. If it's coming down, it's a death cross. Coming up, it's a golden cross. So I would assume that the trend has, the red line is the 200, and that line is now trending upwards. So, you know, the 50 is going to play as support on its way up at the moment. So, even though the RSI and everything is headed down, it would take a move that come down below the 50, uh, probably pushing past the 200 to turn the price negative again. So along here, off the trend line, is more in play. You would Now you want to set it to the recent swing low, which is right there, and yeah, the recent swing low, which is right here, and you could go all the way down to this one and be a bit more confident, but I would come over here to personally. I would come over here to this one because I like to snipe. So keeping my stop losses small and minimizing risk and reward. Uh, that being said, price is probably going to move according to this one right over here, and you've got 0.29, and I want to go 1.5 risk reward. So uh, price would probably come up to right around here before coming back down and testing this trend line again. That would be the current move upwards that I could foresee, and you've got a 0.46 gain on the account. Okay, well, and that 0.46, just so that you guys would be able to see it, if I were to be just 21,505, okay, with $20, 0.46 on the account is 0.46. That's 7 cents. That would be uh, not not leverage. So 0.46 is what is it? A 1% per move is uh, $6. So a half a percent move is, so we're probably looking at, I just want to know for my own, roughly $3. So 21, 640. So that's 18%. So it's probably looking at about 15 at 0.46. So, and I guess you could look at it like this. So 30% is your increase on the account. Uh, that doesn't give you the full Monty. Um, okay, so roughly 15% would probably be about where 0.46 actually is. And that right there is a little hard to digest because of these percentages not equaling these percentages. And that's all because of leverage. So, uh, I don't know if I can make it so that you guys can see this. No. Calculator. Okay, so I'm 30x, opening price 21,505. 21,505. Uh, two. Target price, opening price, yield rate, my filled amount uh, is blah blah blah. $20? No. My yield rate, I'm 0.43 per, 0.43. Yeah. I don't know how to use that little target price calculator. I was looking for 1% at 30x with filled amount. That don't make sense. Okay, the filled amount must be my margin. So, and go back here. My position is 585.117. 585.117. So, calculator, target price 21,505, and looking for 1%, and I forgot the damn price that quickly. Wow. 585.07. 585.07. Okay. Now, try this again. One more time, please. 30x, 21,505. Looking to gain 1%. 585.07. And calculate. That don't make sense to me. That does not make sense. Yeah. Target price calculator. I do not personally yet understand, though, obviously. Um, on a 1% run, and you invest $585, you uh, maybe if I do 15%, calculate. Okay, that, see 15% over here, uh, on 30x, if I do 20, let's see, calculate, that, some just don't add up right. Total amount 20. Me 30%. Calculate. 21,720 would be a target price. 720. 21,772 is where I've got mine. No. Short 30. Calculate. 21,289. See, that don't make sense neither. Yeah. I do not understand as of yet the target price calculator. Uh, I understand a regular calculator, but their target price thing I don't currently get. So, at any rate, knowing that's why I prefer to know my prices and where I want to be when I want to be there. I know that at 30x, 30% and or sorry, P&L, I can hit $6 from 21,505 and 21,775 is where I would want to take profits. So, at any rate, that's how I personally use the leverage calculator or the use leverage as I'm making my trades, and I made some mistakes during this video, and I've gone into length and explained some other things that pertain nothing to it, but all in all, I hope I helped some people. I hope I confused some people. Hey, but I hope you enjoyed my stream. So, with that, I'm going to say this is Vlad TI signing out, and I'll see you in the next one.